It's been 3 long years since we've done one of these kind of videos, and these are the kind of videos that we started Futbol Miami TV with, and that's local news. Each and every week, we're going to be bringing you the local stories from the South Florida soccer scene, from the academy to the pros, and everything in between, and a few stories that may be soccer adjacent, if you will. We're even going to cover some women's professional soccer, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But let's not delay any longer. Let's get right to the stories. I'm Peter Brown, and you're watching Futbol Miami TV's Local News. Big trade and sell player news this week, with 2 players being shown the door. We start with DeAndre Yedlin, traded to Cincinnati for over $172,000 in GAM, leaving a lack of depth in the right back for Inter Miami. Julian Gressel is the likely candidate to replace Yedlin in the back for the time being. Rumored full-time replacement may be Houston Dynamo's Franco Escobar, whom Miami is reportedly negotiating with. The next Heron exit is none other than the man who isn't afraid to take a shot from anywhere outside the box and just got his visa. Brazilian midfielder João Mota is headed back to Brazil to Serie A club Vitória. Reportedly, Vitória is paying $350,000 for him. Meanwhile, Miami paid $500,000 to Santos back in 2022 for Mota's services. Feels like offloading players that don't fit Tata's vision. Miami is rumored to be signing attacking midfielder Paraguayan Mateus Rojas from Corinthians. Look for one more incoming player soon. Word is it will be a left winger, not a much-needed center back. What are your thoughts on these current and future changes? For the first time in Inter Miami history, Miami will enter CONCACAF Champions Cup this Thursday against MLS rival Nashville SC. While Orlando City might be our regional rival, Nashville is a club that Miami has had more meaningful matches with. Both teams came into the league together in 2020. Miami has knocked Nashville out of both US Open Cup and Leagues Cup in 2023. Meanwhile, Nashville has been the better side in MLS matchups with 4 wins, 4 ties, and only 2 losses. Inter Miami has proven that they may be the most dangerous MLS team in a short cup competition, with 2 cup final appearances in 2023 and 1 cup victory. Miami's latest big signing, Federico Redondo, is expected to see his first action as a Heron. You can watch this historic game on FS2 at 9 p.m. If you're a cord cutter like me, you can find FS2 on Fubo and Sling TV. I went with Sling TV since it's a little cheaper. Miami FC kick off their USL Championship campaign at FIU Stadium this Saturday, 7 p.m. against Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. That's a mouthful. For those that don't know, Miami FC are our 2nd division pro team playing in Miami in the United Soccer League Championship. They're coming off a tough 2023, finishing 9th in the Eastern Conference, just getting edged out of the playoffs. Miami FC is looking to see a much improved 2024 with former international Antonio Nocerino as its new head coach, and a very new look roster with 24-year-old midfield Alan Gavilanes and 20-year-old forward Isaac Zuleta, plus many more. If you can't get to FIU Stadium, you can also watch this game locally on My 33. Professional women's soccer is back in South Florida with a new Division I league. USL Super League was granted Division I status early February and will now be direct competition to the NWSL. The new league will kick off in August with 8 teams. On February 29th, the name, logo, and colors were announced for our local team, Fort Lauderdale United FC. Speaking about the logo, the club said FTL isn't just Fort Lauderdale's initials, it's a symbol of our unity and diversity. Our crest reflects our canals and the sun's glint on our waters, while our colors pay homage to our iconic beaches. The aqua and blue color scheme should really stand out on the pitch. I like it. Fort Lauderdale United will play their home games at Nova Southeastern University in Davie, Florida, not Fort Lauderdale. The club has plans for a modernized stadium and on-site training facilities in partnership with NSU. This is the location of the old Miami Dolphins training facility. While the stadium is not located in Fort Lauderdale, it is easily accessible with nearby I-595. And finally, we have a new club in South Florida. This time, it's Major League Rugby. I know this is a football channel, not rugby. We're going to cover Miami Sharks here on FMTV News because they share Inter Miami's training facility and play their home games on the Florida Blue turf field. This past weekend, they had their home opener against Chicago Hounds in front of a packed house and fell a little short with a final score of 19-23. The Sharks look to rebound on the road this Saturday against Seattle Seawolves. You gotta love these team names. I love them. The Sharks' next home game will be March 23rd against Anthem RC. I guess that stands for Rugby Club, kind of like FC in soccer, but RC? All right. Well, it's going to be a busy football week with Inter Miami in the Champions Cup Thursday, Miami FC season opener Saturday, and Sunday's Inter Miami home game against Montreal in MLS action. Look for me at both Saturday and Sunday games. That's it for this week. Make sure to watch us every Sunday night for our weekly podcast in English, and then again on Monday in Spanish. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.